Thank you. Thank you, Pascal. Thank you for being with us. We are with Pascal Barbot here in Paris. And the more I have the opportunity to get in touch with great chefs, the more I see relationship of an important restaurant team and an orchestra, let's say. Search for top results, need to replicate them, division of duties, importance of details, genius of craftsmanship of the director. What do you think about this relationship between a restaurant team and the orchestra?
You know, a restaurant, so you have the chef and you have the people in the front. But in a restaurant, it's not only the chef. The chef is only one guy. He's gonna make the relationship between first all the people who produce, I mean the farmers, the fishermen. So it's coming from the beginning. Then you have the team in the kitchen, people who like cook the vegetable, the turnips, the radish, the fish, the red mullet, the duck or whatever. Then a chef. Then you have the people, all the waiters, very important. Here you see Christophe, my partner, is having a very important job in a restaurant. Then the wine waiter, to match with the dishes, that's very important. And the customers. So a restaurant is all these different steps. It's not only the chef and the guest, you have to manage all of these people, match all together. That's very important. That's why it's like an orchestra, because it's a team work, very important. And so you have to, the transmission, you have to explain the people work with you, what do you want.
The tradition has an incredible richness, and in particular in France. But on the other hand, it can be considered also a big weight, and then a chef needs to innovate, which is the dialogue between tradition and innovation for you.
Since that's always the same discussion, you know, since many years and many centuries, and it's not only the same in the food, you know, it's the same in the culture, in all the different kind of jobs everywhere in the world. So you know, you have tradition, you have cuisine, if you have product. You know, if you don't have product, if you don't have the fish, the meat, the farmers, the butcher, you don't have cuisine, it's impossible. If you have nothing to eat, you cannot cook. So we're very lucky in France, like in Italy, like in Spain, like in Asia, like in Japan, like in many different countries in the world. You have a very good cuisine because you have the product and the people, the farmers. So we're very lucky for that in France. Then this is the same. If you want to build a house, you need to have very good foundation. Tradition is really good for that. And then after, you need to, now we want to have the food more light because we work different. Then after, we're so lucky because we have the good base. Then after, we can play. We can play with the product, we can play with many different techniques. The technology helps us a lot. The job in a cuisine and restaurant is not so physically now, it's more, the head is very important, to work with the head.
So in fact, creativity is important, and it's important to keep it alive also, and possibly enhancing it. Are there methods to do it? Are there methods to increase creativity in cuisine for you?
So as I told you, all the technology help us a lot, you know, that's very important, and always the technology, the new method help us to make the better quality. Like we have some sous vide or many different kind of way to cook the product, to slice raw. Then what's really nice, we have in the same time the ancestral technique. And I really like the ancestral technique. Something looks like simple but very difficult, like to smoke, to pickle in the sugar, to pickle in vinegar, to pickle in the salt. But in the same time, you can make now pickle in salt and sous vide, and you can pickle in a syrup and in a different. So you can mix all the technique, and that's help to have a creativity. And the taste can be very nice, very interesting. So it's never stop. We never stop to play. It's really, really important.
In our imagination, Paris is still the center of an incredible gastronomic world. How do you see it? And having had the possibility to travel a lot, which are the places that attracted you the most from a gastronomic point of view, and which one were more meaningful to you?
Now I used to travel a lot, and I can tell you many different places in the world. The quality is really good because all the chefs used to travel a lot from Asia to the Europe and Europe to. I used to work in Australia, so the quality was very good over there. I'm going to Asia many times and to Scandinavia or whatever. And so exciting to eat everywhere in the world. And what is really nice now, so I like very much many young chefs on the restaurant, because in New York or Spain or Italy or France or whatever or Copenhagen, the people try to use local products, but use all the technique from all around the world. So this is an idea travel. It's not the product. So that's very good for the quality of the food, because it's not interesting to make the foie gras, or the mushrooms, or the fish travel by plane 10 or 12 or 20 hours. But what very nice, so we use local products and then we use technique from different countries. But that's basically what is French cuisine is. So since many centuries, French cuisine, always we use local products, because we have product in France, maybe we have 20 different regions. You have cuisine from Bretagne, cuisine from Auvergne, where I'm coming from, cuisine from Bourgogne, cuisine from Nice, Provence, Mediterranean, many different kinds of cuisine. And you have technique from all the French colony, like from the Antilles, from the island. You have Accra de morue, you have canard à l'orange, you have all the chili from influence from Italy, influence from the Arabs people, influence from the French island colony in New Caledonia or Guadeloupe or Martinique, from everywhere in the world. But that's not new, that's something since many different centuries. And still the same, that's technique travel and the idea travel. That's very interesting.
We say often the art of cuisine. Is there a relation between art and cuisine, in your opinion?
What is art and cuisine? Art and so we need 1 hour or 3 days, it's not enough. No, what's in all different arts, so there is a relation between the hand and the head. If you take the paint, the sculpture, if you take the music, and cuisine, this is the same. So if you want you have a vegetable or the fish, so you need the head and the hand. So that's a big, very nice combination. You have an idea with your head, but sometimes you don't have the technique to make it with your hand. So sometimes you see something, so you want to paint it, or the reality is there and you hear it's big shit. Or if you're a good painter, so this one is very nice, and this one, wow, is very nice. You can tell it's the same. And culture, in your culture like that, the guy is a good sculpture. So yeah, for sure, since we have a lot of common points in the art of cuisine. But still, one more thing, the most important is to make a good plate and very tasty. Is it art or not? Is it beautiful in the view or not? That's not my first goal. My first goal is to make customers happy and very yummy in the mouth, yes.
So, shall we meet together at the same bakery tomorrow morning, maybe?
So see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye.
We hope so.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
Bye. Merci. Au revoir.